You know when the Santa hat is out, it's going to be a good time. So, special announcement. The 12 Days of Christmas segment, the 12 Days of Deck Profiles, 12 Days of Contest, will be returning to this channel this holiday season. I'm not exactly sure who our sponsors are going to be yet for the contest, but we will be doing it. Again, thankfully we just got a ban list, which actually ties into this video, which will be a discussion about said ban list and a little bit more of the metagame. So, without further ado, let the holly jolly begin, shall we? You always think that you're going to live long enough to continue to be that hero, but eventually you end up becoming the villain. It's kind of the sad story of all heroes, actually. It's okay, I'm the bad Sky Striker player in the room. So what is up, guys? MK40, we're going to be doing a fantastic metagame discussion for you guys today on kind of what's going on in the format. And I'm going to just start off this video. We got to talk about Bongo, for those of you that don't know. I also have a deck profile for Bongo that I can post. It's the one from Italian Yugioh. The version I have, I'm not allowed to post straight from the hands of some of my European friends. But I will discuss the version of Bongo Turbo that Italian Yugioh posted for you guys. So if you want to see that, let's get some likes on this video. That way, you know, we can communicate that to dear old Robbie. So, Bongo. Now, for those of you that don't know, Bongo Turbo kind of started to show up at the end of last format. Well, with the loss of Firewall Dragon and some of the other key metagame pieces that you kind of had coming around out of the corner here, malicious, you needed to quietly die in a bonfire. But now number 86 gets this full chance to shine. And I between everything else in the format, like all of the obvious stuff, I don't think a lot of people are really, they're like, Bongo Turbo. It's like, Robbie, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody plays number 86. Well, they do. He actually does, so much so. 2 or more, max 5, level 4, warrior monsters. During each player's end phase, detach one material from this card. So this card gains effects based on the number of materials. So 1 or more can't be destroyed by battle. 2 or more gains 1500 tag defense, so it becomes 3000. If it is 3 or more materials, it's unaffected by other card effects. 4 or more, your opponent cannot normal summon special monsters. And then once per turn, with 5 or more, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Bongo Turbo, ladies and gentlemen. Now, like I said, this is becoming more of a standardized norm at the moment. It's just like, it's the cool 60 card variant. We were talking about, between me and my friends, it's like, what do you cherries in the deck? Like, Isolde probably is going to be your main hit, but the deck also has access to Gumblar and, yeah, that's right, Gumblar Turbo. And, like, it's just such a mess. It sucks to see that Isolde is still going to continue to be a cherries target. Even up to this point, like, I thought we were done with the Dark Warrior shenanigans, but when you leave something like this unchecked, it only naturally makes sense that somewhere in the universe, somebody's going to try to progressively make this. So, if you're playing in any events post the official release of the new list, please do be aware that Bongo Turbo is going to be a very real deck. And I know the surprise factor is going to be there for a lot of people trying to play this deck. They're like, oh, nobody will know I'm playing Bongo. The community already knew that the deck was going to be there. And for the naysayers out there, they're like, oh, nobody's going to play this. Oh, you'd be shocked. The amount of love that I'm seeing this deck getting from the secondary hands of the community is actually pretty insane. Now, it's kind of just another iteration of your already Gumblar Turbo 60 card deck. I mean, it's kind of what it is, but to see this kind of passing around the hands right now, it's a very good thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of physical abuse we can get from this. I hope you guys are ready to get Bongo'd, because you ain't doing the shit to it, because, 4 materials. Sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh's stupid. Now, the obvious one in the room is Sky Strikers, and I think everybody is as angry about this as everybody else right now. So, everybody's like, oh my god, Sky Strikers have won 2 ICSs. Why are we not touching the deck? So, let's call it what it is here. sure, the deck won YCSs, but what was their representation in Top Cut? I mean, you have things like Thunder Dragons, you had Goki, you had Alterass, you had Thunder Dragons. Like, yes, the deck is very consistent. We get this. We have another ban list slated for January. It's almost like they're probably going to wreck the deck before the next set comes out, so you want to buy the next set. But you have a very consistent deck that gives rewards. Man, that Calvin Tahan quote's going to continue to be in my head forever. You have a very good, consistent deck. You have, well, a very good engine. I mean, Widow Anchor's still really good. But you also have Bongo Bongo Turbo. It's not like the Warrior engines died in a fire. No, that's not the case whatsoever. The Warrior Toolbox engine it's still alive. Like, they kind of just slapped it on the wrist a little bit. They gave us back Call by the Grave to at least kind of counteract the interactions array. The mirror's going to be even funnier now. But it's a Sky Striker mirror. It's grindy. Like, we already knew this. You either blow your opponent out or you get blown out. Like, it is what it is. And like, I'll probably do a part 2 and a part 3 talking about the other rogue decks of this format for those of you that are going to be like, is Robbie going to talk about blue? Yeah, I will give you my insight on Chaos Max Turbo again, if you so desire that right now. But for the time being, Sky Striker, it's projected to be one of the best decks. We'll have to wait and see where the rest of the minute goes. I'm definitely sure going into the European YCS coming up next week that, of course, this deck is going to be the highest representation. Now, the big question mark on everybody's list right now is ABC. Oh my god. ASL Core's back at 3. Robbie, talk about ABC. Okay. Look here. ABC is really cute. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Don't forget that. I've had a buddy of mine kind of telling me that goes and match. It's really cute in the deck. Cool. I get it. You still have... You're basically Spirals, but you're better than Spirals. You have a lot of cute tricks that your deck can do. You have Summon Sorceress legal now. For everybody that's a budget player. Good job. That's good news. For those, having ABC players be oppressed for a format to come back to this is not a bad thing whatsoever. I honestly think that ABCs are going to be a decent deck in this format. They're not going to be at the top of the charts, no. Not by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely will tell you that the deck will be here in some driving force and some sort of representation, because ABC players, much like True Draco players, Mech Knight players, and Trickstar players still exist, there's always a dedicated player base to a deck, and now everyone, welcome back budget decks. Like, it's a good thing that we have these decks kind of floating around right now. I don't see any problem with this, and I take it with a grain of salt. I'm not really too sure ABC are going to go. I think they're good enough to make a top 32, but beyond top 32, like, the deck just kind of lacks the oomph and the umph to kind of get there. Like, we'll have to wait and see. It takes a very good player to kind of get the deck there, and for the most part, I mean, what, 3A, 3B, 2C? It's kind of the ratio. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the last one I want to talk about here is Zombie for this video. Now, Zombie kind of went quiet for a little while. I don't know how many of you guys still remember that Zombie's still a deck, but it's still there in the back of our minds. Now, we kind of saw Zombie kind of take off in Japan after a lot of the format kind of slowed down, obviously, like different card pool, different story, but you guys have to understand that in the back of my mind, I'm like, we've seen all these degenerate Zombie combos. We know that the deck is there. We know that Zombie World is a very good card. But fundamentally, we're sitting here, we're looking at this format, and we're like, huh, now the Dark Warrior's gone. Oh wait, no, it's not. Now the fact that the format has slowed down a little bit, we no longer have a degenerate FTK running around, what can we expect? Can we see Zombie combo kind of try to pick back up on things? Well, I think the answer is yes. I think we could see Zombies return back to the game, and I would very much like to see that. For those of you that love Zombies, I think that Zombie World might be the deck for you. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing the interactions and the cool things that, when Jeff was posting combo videos and stuff. I want to see where the deck goes, honestly. So I don't know much about zombies. I just know that I leave the deck to my friend's knowledge because he loves combo decks, and it is one of the best things in the world when I get the chance to watch him play these combo decks, because it's like, oh, I can't do that. I can only normal summon Ray and, pray. Like, that's the extent to which my plays can go. So, guys, what do you expect? Obviously, I'll do a part 2 for you guys some point this week, so you guys can kind of dip on into the format, kind of get a learning experience here and whatnot. But what do you guys think about Bongo Turbo? I'll get the list up for you guys later today. We'll get some likes on this video. Alright, guys, happy holidays. Peace out.
The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanco40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.